What's going on, everybody? Before we start doing this, let's move on here. Next up, let's talk about who we think, based on their projected wins and losses per Vegas, who is going to underachieve and who is going to overachieve. Let's start with underachievers. Colin, who do you have not getting to their win totals?
So I have two. I have a kind of an obvious one, and then I have kind of a surprising one. A team that probably makes the playoffs. I think I'm projecting them to make the playoffs. Spoiler alert. I'll start with them. Baltimore.
Before we get into today's video, guys, I just want to give a special shout out to today's sponsors, starting with Gold Fine and Bowles, Lawyers for the Injured. Personal injury, workers' compensation, those are their two things, but any sort of legal advice, they're the people to call. Give them a phone call, 309-673-5144. Tell them we sent you, okay? And I'd also like to shout out SeatGeek for sponsoring today's video as well. Use promo code PLAYBOOKSPORTS on their website to get $20 off your first purchase of $30 or more. Let's get back to the video.
Yeah, okay.
10.5 wins.
Sage doesn't love that one.
10.5 wins
is a lot of wins.
11 wins is a lot of wins.
A lot of wins.
Yeah, it's not enough.
It's not enough.
You look in that scrappy, hard-nosed division they play in.
Yes.
And they have Cincinnati twice a year.
Yep.
We talk about Cleveland and how disastrous they are.
Pittsburgh.
Quarterback position. Pittsburgh
Wins 9 games a year.
And you look at their non-division schedule as well. 10, 11. I can see them getting 10-7. I'm not saying they're not going to make the playoffs.
And that's a playoff team.
10-7 could win that division. For as scrappy as they're going to be, especially if
Burrow misses any significant time.
A little hamper to start the year.
Look at the schedule.
11's a lot of wins.
11's a lot of wins. We'll talk about
the second team is the more obvious of the two. It's the Tennessee Titans at 7.5 wins. I think they go under that number. I think that's probably a boosted number from the
DeAndre Hopkins probably is. Which means you should hammer it.
I really can't see this team winning more than 5 games. I really can't. Whenever we're making the script videos, it was like,
where's
really
the win?
have to justify what games they're
have to
actually
fight
going
for them to
win.
get a win.
Yeah. So
They just always pull some shit out of there. Like,
no, it's like the Patriots.
they'll start like 4-2.
Yeah, and they'll be like, wow, we're done.
Like,
and then they'll fade.
Yeah.
Hardcore fade.
Yep. I think they go under 7.5 wins this year.
Yeah, I think 7 is like, that's their ceiling. I think 7 and 10 is as good as it gets with the Tennessee Titans this year, personally. And I think that's with them beating.
Is Tannehill going to be great?
Right, is he going to be amazing?
Because if he's not, Levis is coming in, and then you're trusting a rookie quarterback that nobody wanted to touch.
That nobody
talked.
Nobody
wanted.
wanted.
Henry going to get 300 touches for like the 7th straight year?
Yeah, can he
keep
it
stay
up?
durable?
Like, he's
I don't
29.
know.
Like, he's getting old.
He's getting
like,
up
in
there,
running back years, that's 40.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. That is 40 in running back
sketchy
years.
O-line going to be good enough?
Right, I do.
Sketchy defense going to be good enough?
Right, I do like that Peter Skoronski is a guard for them. He's their starting guard. I said that he could be a Hall of Fame guard if he plays that position. But that isn't enough. I mean, that's not going to be enough to do anything for him. I agree. I think 7 wins is like their absolute ceiling. That's best case for the Titans, in my opinion. I like that. Sage, you're underachieving teams.
Underachieving, I got the New York Football Giants. Under 7.5 wins.
Yeah.
I really think last year was kind of a one-hit wonder type thing. I don't believe in Daniel Jones. I drafted him in fantasy because he's Vanilla Vic and
He is Vanilla Vic.
But that's about all I really trust him with to run 70 yards and fall on his face.
Yep.
Trip and falling on your face is what I'm counting on.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yep.
I love the addition of Darren Waller. I just don't think they're going to use him the right way. I mean, he's a tight end, and I think they're going to play him a lot on the outside, which creates some matchup issues. But they have no one else.
Yeah.
Who are they throwing the ball to? Jalen Hyatt?
It's going to be a lot of Jalen Hyatt, man.
Who, by the way, apparently is the fastest wide receiver in the history of the league.
Oh,
He's ran 24 miles per hour.
Yeah.
And maybe not ever, but Tyreek Hill last year reached the fastest of any player was 23. And Hyatt's reaching 24.
24 according to
We'll
this
see.
stuff, yeah.
Yeah,
the
we'll
straight line, great, but if there's a safety over the top, who cares how fast you're running?
Also, the quarterback has to time the throw.
Has to be able to
perfect.
make the pass.
Like, yeah, exactly. It's great you can run fast.
That's the bad part right there.
Yeah.
The quarterback.
The quarterback has to be able to do something with
that
it.
$40 million quarterback.
Yeah. Who got paid for 15 passing touchdowns last year. I mean, that is just something I don't think we talk nearly enough about. How is Daniel Jones going to get $40 million a year, and we can't give Saquon 12? I get it, the running back position is devalued, but man,
such a better player. He
he's
makes them
so much better than Daniel Jones is. And Daniel Jones, I mean, that quarterback market is insane, and the running back market is on the floor. But we will talk about that more later once we get into teams.
I have some interesting.
We've got a lot of takes on running backs. We'll talk about them for a minute.
I do like Dable. I just think they're going to come back a little bit to earth. I think last year
tough
was kind
schedule
of
too.
Yeah, they got a tough schedule. So, yeah, Giants under 7.5, and then Buffalo Bills. I have under 10.5.
Okay.
10.5 wins is way too many.
It's a lot.
For that conference.
Yeah.
It's too many. Honestly, if anyone in the conference comes out with 13 wins, I'll be fucking shocked.
If it's gonna be NBA, it's gonna be the Chiefs, and that's the only one.
Nope.
And even them is tough.
That'd be a hot take. No one comes with 13 wins or more.
It wouldn't shock me, man. It's a gauntlet over there. The AFC is an absolute gauntlet.
It is. Yeah. It is. So I just think the Bills get less than that. I mean, hot take. I don't think they make the playoffs.
That is it. Say it louder.
Whoa.
I don't say it.
Yeah,
in
not
the
in the corner of your
playoffs.
mouth.
Don't whisper that
Look
to me.
into the camera.
Bills
The
no
Buffalo
playoffs.
Bills
right
will
at
not make the playoffs.
Sorry, Tutu. I like that, man. 10.5's a lot, and the division got better this offseason. Like you have to say, the
everyone else
division
got better. They stayed.
They didn't get.
I think they might have even gotten worse.
And you had them above the Bengals in your
So
power
you were
rankings,
pulling
sir.
back
Yeah,
on the
and-
Ravens under 10.5, but you're completely
All on
confident
board with the
Bills
Bills going
10.5.
under 10.5. I
I
love
respect
it.
it.
One of those
I
teams got
respect
better. One of those teams got
That's
better
true.
this
That's fair.
offseason.
That's true. The Ravens did get better, definitely. Okay, I like that. I'm going. I only have one underachieving team, and if you guys are interested in free money, here it is for you. This is the most free money possible. Go find your nearest bookie, and you need to take a second mortgage out. Financial advice right here. Take a second mortgage out responsibly, and put it on the Washington Commanders to be under 6.5 wins. This is a bad roster. We talk about their defensive line as being so good. They're going to trade him. Montez Sweat's out the door. He's only on one more year. This is it. Chase Young is out the door. And also, we talk about Chase Young in this rarefied air as being this great pass rusher. He's had one good year. His rookie year was great, and then he has been not very good as a pass rusher, and he's lived off of his college billing and all of this. I mean, I think I was looking at their schedule when Roger gave me the script for them, and I'm like, I could see them going 0-17. I honest to God could. Their easy games when they come up against a team with a similar level of talent is at the other team's field. It's on the road. Every home game is against a better team than them. They don't have any gimmies anywhere. And yet I'm saying this, watch them win 7 games somehow, because they won 8 last year. I don't know how. But I don't see any way that they win more than 5 games. And I'm being super generous with that, with them stealing some games from teams.
Yeah.
I mean, they beat the Eagles last year somehow. They're going to steal a game or two that I don't expect them to, but just on paper, they might be one of the worst teams in the NFL.
Yeah.
I mean, their best chance to win is at Los Angeles against the Rams. That's their best chance to win, in my opinion.
Depending what point of the season that is, too.
At the end. It's like their
Okay, so
second or
that's why
third to
they have a
last
chance.
week. Right. That's what I'm saying is maybe injuries hurt the Rams.
The Rams are playing for playoffs.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay.
Not the 1 seed lock.
Yeah.
I mean, that game against the Eagles last year was such a weird one. They ran like 40-something times,
Yep.
and that game ended on a
Like
Tyler
40.
Heineke penalty because
Penalty,
he slid
'cause
in
yeah.
20 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and then a player touched him,
And he threw his arms up. He's like, ah.
The Eagles got the ball. They're winning that damn game.
Yes,
Sorry,
absolutely,
they were within
are.
a score. They were winning
They
that
are.
damn game.
Fantastic
And-
officiating
Yeah.
in that game.
Fantastic
Completely unsportsmanlike.
And I mean, the quarterback situation, I'm not a Sam Howell believer.
Yeah.
He went in the 5th round for a reason. Clearly, teams aren't big on him. I think that this is. I am going to bang this drum all year long. Their plan is to suck. They want to be bad because they're going to fire Rivera and promote the enemy and draft Caleb Williams. That is their master plan. Will it work? I don't know, but that has to be the plan because this roster, the way it's constructed, is no good. Chase Young's on a 1-year deal. He's out the door. Montez Sweat, 1-year deal, out the door. Terry McLaurin signed a decent contract, but they're going to, by trade deadline time, the Washington Commanders will have stripped their roster down to the studs and will be playing for the first overall pick. I truly, truly believe that. Free money, people. 6.5 wins is a
Josh
joke.
Harris is lapping it up.
Yeah,
right at the
absolutely.
end of
New
that year.
ownership. He's like,
Oh.
great.
Yeah,
Give
exactly.
me a franchise
Because they're not going to be the
quarterback.
Commanders for much
Yeah, he's gonna
longer.
change
Yeah,
their
they're
team
going to completely
name.
change
They
again.
should go back to the football team.
They should.
I love the football.
Yeah.
Just go back
I
to the
will say
Washington
they
football
did
team.
beat the shit out of Dallas in the last week of the
They
season.
did do
when
that.
Dallas was playing everybody.
Yeah, they were going for
Sam
it.
Howell.
Again, that's like one of those ones where it's like maybe they'll show up and win a game I don't expect,
If
but
Sam
6.5.
Howell just turns into
I think
this
that was his
fucking-
first start though, Howell.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
No
like,
tape on him. No
Yeah.
tape. Big pump up moment. There's tape on him now. This
Who do they
team.
play
Yeah, he
first week?
completes his first pass, and he's all
They
of a
play
sudden like,
Arizona.
I can make any
Arizona
throw.
first week?
You know what
We're
I
starting
mean? Yeah,
1-0.
his confidence is through the
Yeah,
roof.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah, he's
biggest
like,
game
oh,
for
I
them.
can. Yeah.
I can do this. Yeah,
Mhm.
their best chance at winning a game is week 1 and week 15. Week 1 against the Arizona Cardinals and week 15 against the Rams. Those are their best chances.
Want to know they're going to be division champs.
And both those on
for
the
the
road?
first week.
I think they're both on the road. They may host Arizona. No, I think it's on the road because they host San Francisco and they host the Seahawks. Yeah, their best chances are on the road. So that's what I'm going with. Easy money, people. Go bet it responsibly. Addison, you're underachiever.
Underachievers. I mean, I'm a big Bills guy, and I was going to say Bills as well.
Yeah.
10.5. I could just see him winning 10.
Yeah, 10. I
I
can
can
see
see
10-7.
And that's the thing here. It's like, I'm not trying to talk trash because these are a couple other teams here that, I mean, one of them's Philly. It's 11.5.
Yeah, that's a lot. It's a
Yeah.
lot of wins.
It's like, are they going to win that? I mean, it's 11 wins. It's a lot of wins. And it's like, I could see them.
Last year, everything went perfect.
Yeah, they had the
Yeah.
best defensive line in arguably regular
Ever.
season history,
Yep.
at least sack-wise.
Yep.
Yep.
It's like you lost your coordinators, everything to go well. Your secondary might not be as great.
Yep.
You lost Sanders. How important is it? Your offense is going to be
Lost
there,
their
but
safety, C.J. Gardner-Johnson's
I
gone.
just- I don't know. Another one is Detroit.
Yeah.
9.5, I think,
It's
is
a
the
lot.
wins, and
It's
it's
a
just.
lot.
Are they going to win 10?
Right.
And I get in my mind, sure, they are the favorite
Mhm.
for that division.
Yeah,
It is the
Detroit
Lions.
It's
They
the Detroit
played
Lions.
very well to end the season last year.
Yes.
Extremely well. Does
Same
that mean
old
they
Lions.
play great this year? Yeah, I don't know.
Who knows?
9.5. That's a lot.
It's a lot.
I don't know. And in Minnesota,
What's
I'm
theirs at?
8.5 is what they're trashing on division rivals here. Easy
Yeah.
for me.
I
But
get
it's like, I don't know. A bunch of games last year that were one score.
Mhm.
It's like, really? Again, Nate, you said 11-0 earlier.
11-0 in one
That
score
is
games.
insanity.
That's unbelievable.
That is just not
Unbelievable.
happening. And if you get put in that position again, I said you're winning 4 or 5 of those. That's
Yes.
so many more losses.
And there's 8 wins.
Yeah,
Right
and
there.
it just,
You're at 8 wins total.
I think both those teams. Don't get me wrong, I won't be shocked if Philly goes over it, but Detroit
True.
and
Detroit,
Minnesota, it's like,
Minnesota.
man, that's really having a great season.
Yeah.
Because I think 9 wins could win the North. So
Yeah,
don't
I
get me
think so
wrong,
too.
Detroit under is
Yeah.
still the NFC North
Still
champ
wins the
though.
division.
You know what I mean? That's how weak I think the North could be.
Yeah.
So it's like both those teams give me Detroit and Minnesota underachieving as
Yeah,
well.
I like both of those. Honestly,
Yeah.
I'm excited because I was doing the NFC North
Yeah.
script. That Week 18 matchup, Minnesota at Detroit, that could be an NFC
Literally,
North championship
yeah,
game.
literally.
And they
Yeah.
could both be 8-8
Yeah.
going into that game, winner take all, and then they win the division at 9-8. Like I could
Yeah.
see that happening. Detroit has an awesome offense.
Yeah.
That defense is going to be better, hopefully,
Yeah.
but it's still young.
And
It's still super
I
young.
understand Goff has played very well since he got there, but like you're
Oh.
really
Banking
you
on
gotta
his
win the-
last 10 games.
go win the division, Jared Goff.
Yeah.
And I'm not. Hey, the way he played was great, and they
Yep.
were a middle of the season shootout against Seattle
Away
away
from the
from
playoffs.
making the playoffs.
Yep.
And he did play very well at the end of the season. I mean, fantastic, truly.
Yeah,
it was
very
like
good.
double-digit
Very,
touchdowns,
very
1
good.
pick. So he was balling, but again, do it all season
Yep.
and win the division.
Win the
Go
division.
ahead.
Let me
And-
see it.
Yeah.
Because we know who Jared Goff is. He has shown us his entire career who he is. And that 10-game stretch last year, Baker Mayfield had a stretch of 10 games where he was the best quarterback in the NFL his second year in the
Yep.
league. Anybody can get hot. And I don't think Jared Goff is this world-beating quarterback. I mean, we have him ranked arguably as the second-best quarterback in the NFC, people are
Yeah.
saying.
I mean,
I could
yeah.
have him at 5th or 6th, and I
Yeah.
think that's a fair argument. Like, I don't know. I think we got to maybe pump the brakes just a touch on the Detroit
Yeah.
Lions hype train here. They're going to be a
They're going to be the
good
favorite,
team.
but man, you're talking like they're going to win 12, 13 games.
Right,
That's what
right.
I'm thinking.
People
The
have
people
them winning
expectations,
13
and it's like,
games.
man, I don't know about that. I get the North is weak, but I think the Detroit is part of that.
Yes,
like they're
Detroit
part of that
is a
weakness.
part of that weak
yeah.
North.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
And
I
they're
think,
opening 0-1.
yeah, they're going
Yeah.
to Kansas City
Exactly.
week 1. Like,
Yeah.
that's
they're
a
shocking the world.
It's gonna
They
be
play
a
the West. Yeah, at the end of the
slap
day,
in
the
the
North,
face.
the North plays the
My
West,
entire
and that's tough.
paycheck on the
Yeah.
over in that game without a second.
Yes, every
Oh,
dollar
yes.
on the
I watched a
over.
video.
Second thought.
Apparently, the NFL was considering making that Bears at
Oh.
Chiefs, and I'm so
Oh.
thankful they didn't.
I don't
You
know.
don't
so
want that,
thankful.
man. You don't
Well,
want
no, they were
that.
saying like, oh, because they put him week 3,
Uh-huh.
and they were like, oh, it's still pretty close to the beginning, explosive Justin Fields, Mahomes, and I'm
Right.
like, I'm so glad that it's not.
Because you
the
don't
Bears.
want, because the
That's
Chiefs are
hype.
just
Yeah,
going
the Bears
to
would've gotten
win.
destroyed.
Yes, the
Yeah,
Chiefs are
and
going
I don't
to
want-
be a very good team. You
Hey,
don't want that. You don't want
week
to
1 is against the Packers, and it'll be
That's awesome.
heartbreaking if they lose. But like, I'd rather have a team I could win against, and this is a
Yeah.
huge season.
Going to
it's like
Kansas
we need
City
to win.
is so
That's
hard,
That's
man.
a L. Yeah.
It's such a hard thing to win there.
You're gonna be if you win there in the regular season, you're the one team that's gonna do
Yeah.
it. They're gonna lose one game
Yeah,
at home
it just doesn't
if
happen.
they do that.
It
Yeah.
just doesn't happen.
Also, not to get too far off topic,
Uh-huh.
but that Broncos-Jets game has to be like Sunday night or Monday night.
They have to flex it. They
Like,
have to
has
flex
be,
it.
Like, I need
It's
to
in
see
Denver.
every angle.
Yeah.
I need to see all the
Yep.
shit talking.
I want
cross
mic'd
traffic.
up,
I need to see
everybody
everything.
mic'd up. Yep,
I want them
because
not
you know.
to shake hands at the end of the
No,
game.
yeah.
They're-
I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little high on the Broncos.
I'm a little bit high
Yeah,
on
I'm
them
a high on the
too.
Broncos,
I'm high on
man.
them too.
It's scary that I'm high on them,
I'm
but
definitely higher on him than I was last year.
Yeah.
I didn't believe in Nathaniel Hackett, and I'm glad I was right about that.
Yeah,
but
you called that.
I'm a lot higher on Sean Payton than I am on Nathaniel Hackett.
Yeah.
And that team is going to be better. I
also
think.
there is that video. That is 100% Sean Payton ripping that ball.
Hitting that ball,
That is
absolutely,
100% Sean
100%,
Payton.
there's
So
no
he can rip a
question.
bong. Shout
Yeah.
out Sean
He's
Payton.
in Denver. Some people
Yeah.
say that
I mean, he
when he
milked
did
the
this,
fuck out of
some
that.
Yeah.
people say when he did the interview, he might have had a little something in his system because he had some loose lips.
Yeah.
You don't normally say that if you're stone cold
Yeah.
sober. Why would
Yeah.
you go after
Yeah.
Nathaniel Hackett? You don't even know him.
So he's got his
Instead-
Fox News hat on.
Instead, he
Yeah.
just took a big
No,
old
seriously.
rip of the
His
bong
Fox
and
hat
he's
on.
like, "Listen up, people. I got something to say."
Yeah.
I
I wonder if that
hold it.
really does play a part though. This dude has been on like a
An
stage,
analyst,
like talking
right?
like
An
freely,
analyst.
and now it's like, dude, you're a coach,
You're a coach.
talking shit about another coach.
Right?
Also,
Also,
I don't not end
I
of the
hope-
world bad,
I hope
but
it
like,
makes other coaches
yeah,
talk shit about
no,
coaches.
good.
I
They
miss
used
it.
to. They used
I
to
miss
all the
it.
time.
They used
I
to.
mean,
I don't mind the shit talking because they're like, oh, he broke the code. I don't give a shit about the shit talking. I give a shit about him half-ass retracting his statement.
Yeah, don't be a bitch.
I'm gonna apologize to my team. I'm not gonna publicly apologize. I'm gonna give this statement. It's like stand behind what you say.
Own it.
And I know my thing is this, Rodgers. Because he's pissed, keep my coach out your mouth. What the fuck do you want him to say? It was Russ. He sucked.
Yeah, Russ was
my
bad.
quarterback that is mine for the next 5 years
All
sucked.
53 in this roster fucking suck.
Yeah, no, it's like, no, let's go and blame this guy just like the fans are too. Because if you're a Bronco fan and you truly want them to succeed, I guarantee in your mind it was Hackett's fault. And he broke Russ. And now Sean Payton's going to fix the day, save the day. And I think that too. I'm bought in on it.
They'll be better.
But it's like,
for sure,
what is Sean Payton supposed to say? Yeah, Russell Wilson was bad.
But there's a way, I guess he could have.
Yeah,
true. Not to get way too off topic,
true.
but he could have like generalized, like the whole situation last year wasn't great.
Yeah, no, that's true. Because he pretty much said he had the worst coaching job in history.
Worst coaching in history.
You know, and that's bad. That's bad. Browns were 0-16 and then 1-15, then 0-16.
It's like that's pretty bad coaching.
Pretty bad.
Like, I'm not against talking shit or being safe and generalized, but if you talk shit, don't retract.
Also, I bet you he got scared because he probably saw the picture of Robert Saleh in the polo where his veins are popping. Like if there's one head coach you don't want to fight, it's fucking Robert Saleh.
Well, and people who are bald are just naturally more.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, they are. They're scary. They're just scary.
I'm doing it next year.
Yeah. I like it. All right, Addison. Let's just jump into your overachiever. Let's just go right back down the line here.
I'm taking this one. Suck it, Cease. Carolina Panthers.
I like it.
Give me the over. I mean, I'm talking. I could see this team winning 9.
What is it?
Games. I think 7.5. Yeah.
Oh,
it's like
that's
they won. I think 7 last year. With Darnold coming in late, and he low-key improved the system. Darnold late because people were saying like, "Oh my God, is Darnold gonna be nobody?" But they were a game away from the playoffs. And again, I've said it and I will say it. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But this Panthers skill unit right now is better than it was to end last year when they had DJ Moore. When they had CMC, that's better. Without CMC, don't care. Sanders, I love. I love Hayden Hurst, good tight end. You got 2. One's a vet. One has been in the league. DJ Chark, Adam Thielen, Bryce Young. Supposedly 10 times the quarterback that Sam Darnold could be. So give me that offense right there. And then again, their defense. Cannot talk about it enough. It's elite. They got good corners. They got good rush. I mean, this team is here to succeed. And I like Donta Foreman last year, 1,000 yards. Well, let's give Miles Sanders a guy who maybe not as used as heavily in Philly because they were using Hurts. So maybe Sanders has got a little bit more on his legs. Let's see what he's got here. I just really like the Panthers. I'm going to homer it. Bears.
Of course.
I think Bears are 7.5 as well.
Yep, I think the over on that.
Give me the over. Sure. This is obviously with Justin Fields taking a step. Passing. And reports out of camp are actually good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Since Mitch Trubisky got drafted, and I was keenly paying attention to how the reports were coming out, there was never that step from Mitch.
No.
It was always offense is struggling against the defense. Sure, we had a great defense, but it was never Mitch took a step. Well, this year, Fields has taken a step. He's thrown 2 picks in practice. One was both to our new linebackers, Edwards and Edmonds, which is great, but it's only 2 picks. He's getting the ball out quick. He's picking apart the defense. That is stuff you haven't heard. If that's the case, please let this be the case. The Bears will win at least 8 games. And then the last one.